Trust is like a glass. Trust can take years to earn and just a matter of seconds to break. Good morning, my dear children. Let us continue with the chapter Refraction of Light. Today, let us study three important topics. Number 1, Principle of Reversibility of Light. Number 2, Refraction through rectangular glass block and lateral displacement. And number 3, Formation of multiple images in a thick mirror. To understand all the topics we deal today, you must be familiar with the previous classes. As I have already told, this is one of the toughest chapters, so you have to pay full attention. So let us begin with Principle of Reversibility of Light. According to Principle of Reversibility, path of light ray is reversible. To understand better, let us take two medium 1 and medium 2. Let medium 1 be rarer and medium 2 be denser. Let a ray of light travel from medium 1 to medium 2. We have already studied how to plot refraction. Draw a normal, then extend incident ray with dotted lines and draw refracted ray bending towards normal as light is traveling from rarer to denser medium. Let us mark angle of incidence and angle of refraction as angle I and angle R. Now refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is equal to sin I divided by sin R. Mark this equation as equation number 1. Now, if in the same medium light travels from medium 2 to medium 1 at an angle of incidence is equal to angle of refraction. Let us plot medium 2 to medium 1, denser to rarer. Plot the incident ray, and now the refracted ray will go away from normal, overlapping incident ray of the first case. Let us mark angle I and angle R and find refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium. Refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium is equal to sin I divided by sin R. Please see, here sin I is equal to sin R and sin R is equal to sin I. So refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium is equal to sin R divided by sin I. Mark this equation as equation number 2. Now let us multiply equation 1 with equation 2. Refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium multiplied by refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium is equal to sin I divided by sin R multiplied by sin R divided by sin I. Cancelling sin I and sin R, we get refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium multiplied by refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium, that is equal to 1. So, refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is equal to 1 divided by refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium. This is called as principle of reversibility. Let us take an example to understand it better. Let refractive index of glass with respect to air is 3 by 2. Let us find refractive index of air with respect to glass. This is very simple. According to principle of reversibility, refractive index of air with respect to glass is equal to 1 by refractive index of glass with respect to air. That is equal to 1 divided by 3 by 2, that is equal to 2 divided by 3. Let us take one more example. If refractive index of kerosene with respect to glass is equal to 6 by 5, then what is the refractive index of glass with respect to kerosene? Refractive index of glass with respect to kerosene will be 5/6. I hope all have understood it. Now our second topic, refraction of light through a rectangular glass block. Let us take a rectangular glass block and let an incident ray travel from air to glass. We know air is rarer medium and glass is denser medium. So inside glass, light will bend towards the normal, as you can see. Now ray of light is inside the glass slab, and while coming out of it, it will bend away from normal, as light is now passing from denser medium to rarer medium. This ray which comes out of glass slab is called as emergent ray. Emergent means that which comes out. So angle between emergent ray and normal is called as angle of emergence. If you closely observe, you can see that angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence. And this emergent ray and the incident ray produced are parallel to each other, as you can see in the ray diagram. Since incident ray and emergent ray are in same direction but not along the same line, please note they are in the same direction but not along the same line. Emergent ray can be called as laterally displaced from the path of incident ray. Now what is lateral displacement? Very important question for board examination. The perpendicular distance between the path of emergent ray and the direction of incident ray is called as lateral displacement. There are three factors on which lateral displacement in a medium is depending on. Number one, thickness of the block. It is directly proportional. That means more the thickness, more is the lateral displacement. Number two, angle of incidence. Angle of incidence too is directly proportional. That means more the angle of incidence, more is the lateral displacement. And number three, refractive index of block. Refractive index is directly proportional. That means more the refractive index, more is the lateral displacement. So the three factors that affect lateral displacement are: number one, thickness of block; number two, angle of incidence; and number three, refractive index of block. All of them are directly proportional. This question usually comes for board examinations. Now the final topic, multiple images in a thick plain glass plate or a thick mirror. If we place an object in front of a thick plain glass mirror, we can see multiple images on it. But out of all the images we see, the second image is the brightest one, and all other images are of decreasing brightness. Let us understand this with an activity. Take a thick glass mirror and keep an object in front of it. Let us draw the light rays falling on the thick glass mirror. Remember, backside of thick glass mirror is painted not to allow refraction. First, let us draw an incident ray normal to the mirror. We know through normal ray pass undeviated. Now let us draw another incident ray of any angle at the top of the mirror where there is separation of medium. Most of the incident ray gets refracted and very few, maybe just 5% of entire incident ray gets reflected. This 5% of light goes to our eyes and we see a fainted image. This image is image 1 or I1, and the 95% of refracted ray reaches to the painted side and completely gets reflected back. And reaching the separation of medium, 90% of it gets refracted to the air and reaches to our eyes. Since 90% of entire light reaches to our eye, we can see a clear image. This image is second image, or we can call as I2. And the remaining 5% of light gets reflected back to glass. So all the remaining images will be produced from this 5% of light. So all remaining images I3, I4, I5, etc. will be of gradually decreasing brightness. Now a very important question from this part. Question: when light falls on a thick mirror, multiple images are seen. Which image is brightest and why? Obviously we know the answer. Second image is the brightest, because the first image is formed by reflection at the first surface, which is the unsilvered surface of the mirror. The second image is formed after reflection from rare silvered surface, which sends maximum amount of light. Rest of the images formed are due to internal multiple reflections which occur inside the mirror. These images contain lesser amount of light, and so their intensity gradually decreases. This is the end of today's class. Life is too short to waste your time on people who don't respect, appreciate and value you. Spend your life with people who make you smile, laugh and feel loved. With this thought, let me conclude. Thank you. Have a great day. May God bless you all.